All right, enduro car. As you can see, I painted some flames on it real quick with a spray paint can. It's the fun part about enduro cars, you just spray paint them. It's not a big deal. I had a leftover white side decal, threw that on the hood. Some of the stuff I didn't take off from before, the CHD, congenital heart disease. A buddy of mine's daughter has that, so we're gonna leave that on there. That's what that's from. Threw some Stacy Bake stickers on there, obviously. A couple of those, because, you know, distress. Unfortunately, the rule book said we had to take the front and back bumper covers off, and this car looked a lot better with the bumper covers on, but they told us to take them off, so took them off. Gave it the old crash dummy. Look, we have to chain the doors or weld the doors shut. We're just going to chain them shut. I left this one unchained because I'm probably going to have to get in and out of there a few times. Rule book calls for a crossbar. Recommend a cage, but at minimum, they want you to have a crossbar, so plus it gives you something to hook your belts to. So, got the belts in there. They also wanted us to take the windshield out and put 3 bars across in front of the driver. So, my old Nerf bars, welded those on quick. A little protection. I don't know why we don't leave the windshield in, but that's what it said. I gotta have a hole in the hood in case there's a fire. We do have to put a fire extinguisher in here. That means I gotta find my mount. I don't know where my mount went. I gotta find my fire extinguisher mount, and then we'll just take the fire extinguisher out of the race car and strap it in here, if I can find my mount. I know I took my mount out of the old enduro car, so it's gotta be laying around here someplace. We just gotta dig it up and find it, but short of that, I threw the new alternator in it. I put a battery in it out of one of the parts cars. It's doing some weird revving thing. I'm not sure what that's all about. I mean, it's not pretty. It's got 200-something thousand miles on it, but it still runs. I mean, fired right up. But it's doing like a weird hunting. The code is for air-fuel mixture ratio or something. Who knows? Maybe it's got something to do with this nonsense. I'm going to go to the yard tomorrow and see if I can find a stock airbox, because you're not allowed to have any bolt-on performance parts. Cold air intake would be considered that. So we're going to go up to Wilbert's, grab a airbox and whatever sensors I may need. My buddy who knows Hondas is going to check and see what that code normally suggests is the issue and get back to me, because he's a Honda guy. So that's what we're waiting on him to get back to us. Like I said, we're going to go to Wilbert's tomorrow and get a stock airbox for this. Hopefully, off of something, anything, doesn't matter, as long as it's a stock airbox and I can make it squeeze in there and fit, we'll be good. Might mean doing, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But we're gonna run up there tomorrow after work. Yeah, she's nothing special. 2.4 5-speed Honda Accord. The reason I bought it is because it was already prepped for the most part. It had already been used in enduros, and it survived, and it still ran. So I paid, I don't know, like $700, $750 or something like that for it, because I didn't have to prep it. I mean, I had to cut the windshield out and weld those bars in, but other than that, I really didn't have to prep the car. I didn't have to take the interior out. I didn't have to knock all the glass out. I didn't have to take the headlights, taillights, or any of that stuff off. I mean, the front and back bumpers were pretty much just held on by tech screws anyway, so it took me 2 seconds to rip those off. Tires on it are good enough for what we're doing. We're running on dirt Saturday. So I really bought the car to run asphalt enduros, but the first enduro I'm going to be able to run is on dirt, and it's a 2,000 to win, so I kind of have to at least try to win the money. That's, you know, you got to try. So that's where we're at with this. I got to figure out where we're going to put the GoPro. I'm actually thinking about maybe mounting it like right in here someplace. Put a, you know, right to the dash. I mean, I could put it up there, but I'm thinking maybe down here, and then I might put a piece of Lexan or something across right here just to keep the dirt from sticking to it. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know where I'm going to put the GoPro, but we'll put it someplace. But yeah, nothing special. If you guys want to get into racing, this is by far the cheapest option, would be an enduro car. Enduros, you kind of got to look them up. A lot of times they're during fairs, like this one is during the Genesee County Fair. Some tracks just run 2 or 3 enduros a year, where you take a beat up junk car basically, and you take the plastic and all the glass and stuff out of it, and you just go out there and race. It's not safe as far as racing is concerned. You don't have a roll cage usually. I mean, you can build an enduro car with a roll cage. A lot of guys do it. I have a roll bar over there that I put in my other car and cut out before I threw it to the junkyard. So, I mean, if I had more time, maybe I would throw the roll bar in here, but this has a pretty stout crossbar. And yeah, so hopefully we'll be okay. I might add another bar here that's longer. I haven't really decided yet, but there's a good chance I'm gonna add my old bar, which is laying here. this one. I think I might bolt that back on underneath this one because it's longer. It goes all the way to the quarter panel and all the way to the fender. A little more protection on the driver's door. Because yeah, you're out there and it's just chaos. You know, they'll put as many cars out there as they get. This one's 50 laps. Sometimes they're more than that. But yeah, this is the cheapest way to go. If you want to get into racing and you can't build an actual race car like my Cobalt, this would be your next option. Cheapest option is to find a beat up pile of junk and you basically go out and have a good time until the car's no good anymore. You know, then you demo it, or maybe you just demo it. I don't know. But this is the cheapest way to do it for sure. So that's what we're doing this weekend. Hopefully go have some fun. Maybe if we're lucky, win some money. Got to figure out why this is hunting though. I mean, hunting or not hunting, we're going to race it. So hopefully we can figure it out. We're in here cleaning the shop. Trying to make it, you know, a little bit easier to work in here. Moving some stuff around. I can actually walk across the shop. Isn't that crazy? Car's up on the lift. The Enduro car is sitting out back wrapped in a tarp because it rained out yesterday. We didn't get to go race the Enduro, unfortunately. I did have the GoPro mounted, everything. It was ready to go. We were ready to rip. The car was on the trailer, sitting out front. But unfortunately, it rained all day long, and the track was a lake instead of a track, and they're not boats, they're cars. So, Enduro got canceled. We will have that car out again this season. Whether it's asphalt or dirt, somewhere we'll have the car out to run an Enduro. We got a little bit of stuff to do to this. Swap some tires out. I might put that new strut in just because what's in there is a cheapy, whatever they had at the store, because we had to get it together for last Friday. But I hate this tire. 600 treadwear tires got to go. So we got a new tire that's here. We have another new tire coming. We're going to do both front tires. We're going to swap them both out, put 2 brand new tires on before we go back to Ransomville. I got to fix that quarter panel back there. Other than that, it's pretty much good to go. But this weekend, we are not racing at Ransomville. We will be up in Leroy, New York at Hardcore Happening. And if you don't know what that is, go to the search bar up top and type in Hardcore Happening and watch some videos. It's a huge hot rod party. Burnouts all day, chicken barbecue, Audible usually is there to play at night, the band. It's a good time. My wife and I have been working it for a few years now, and the last 3 times we've had it, my buddy's had it at his house. We've had like 2,000 people. So I mean, it's chaos. Well, it's not really chaos. It's controlled chaos. Everybody gets along. We never have any problems, but burnouts all day long. You know, just good people, good times, good food. It's always the first Saturday in August. So keep that in mind. If you're in the New York area, I mean, we have people travel from all over the place, from Canada, from down south. There's been guys that come all the way from New Zealand. Yeah, from everywhere. People come from everywhere to come to this thing. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing next weekend. I'll try to get some video of cars and stuff and whatnot, burnouts. It's tough working because I'm parking cars usually, helping people get in the gate. Yeah, so I'll be working, but we'll try to get some video of that for the next video. This one's going to be short. Nothing cool happened. We tried to make a video. We tried to go racing Enduro, and it didn't work out. So keep it creative and happy building.